So an observation I've made just while we've been following the crime apps, West Yorkshire Crime Watch Hub, bike theft seems to be soaring. What do we do about that?
Yeah, it does seem to be on the increase. We've also got a lot more expensive bikes out there.
Yeah.
You know, the fancier, the aluminium or, but I don't know a lot about bikes, so I can't tell you
Yeah.
anything about them. But there does seem to be, you know, those that are costing £2,000, £3,000 for a bike. People taking it seriously and, you know, really getting into it. Maybe it's to do with us having the Tour de Yorkshire and things like that. You know, people taking it up as a hobby. We've also got, you know, households where we've got multiple bikes, where you've got families who are going out together for the exercise. Particularly, they've taken that up maybe over the last 6 months to get out and about as a family. People also using bikes for additional transport, because they don't want to use public transport at the moment, and you can understand that. But what happens is that they then take them home and don't necessarily think about where they're going to keep them, and don't necessarily buy the additional security when they buy the bike to make sure that it's secure when they get it home. So they'll pop it in the garage because that's where they've got the space, but they don't necessarily have the ground anchor or the chain or the D-lock or whatever it is that they need to secure that bike. The bike is probably also not registered, and there is a national cycle register that they can use. So it would be really good to just get those basics in place when you actually purchase the bike, not as an afterthought, not as a literal bolt-on, you know, but actually put that in place and to give some thought to where it's going to go before you actually go and buy it, and then you can secure it properly in the home. It's really obvious things like don't leave your garage doors open on a weekend when you're tinkering around with things, where people can see that these things are stored, because that's what happens. People passing by, casual looking, oh yeah, there's a couple of decent bikes there, I can, you know, I'll come back later, and that's exactly what they do. Right. There's also a real fancy at the moment for the electronic bikes.
Right.
So the ones that, you know, have got that additional electric power to them. Probably something I would need if I took up cycling. And they range from about £1,200 right up to £5,000. And again, we're not giving them that care that they need and that security that they need when they actually get them back to the home. So don't put them in sheds, don't put them in garages unless that actual building that you're putting them in is as secure as the home. So you need to look at the security holistically for those bikes.